just to start it a little, just to start this really quick, today we're going to move into a few rules that we have to learn. Today we're going to see more than one rule, but just for us to remember yesterday, for example, if I had 5 to the second times 5 to the third, so this was from yesterday, 5 to the second times 5 to the third, I will call this 5 to the 5, because we added our exponent. And obviously find out what's 5 multiplied 5 times, but at least we move into 5 to the 5th because we added the exponent in multiplication. Right? Yesterday we were dealing with multiplication and we added. Today we're going to move into division. Right? A fraction is division. So if you notice, I'm doing the opposite operation. So instead of adding my exponents, let me subtract my exponent. I'm going to do the opposite from yesterday. Right? Yesterday was multiplication, we added. Today we do division and we subtract. So it's always subtraction. But we're going to subtract the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. So looking at question number 1, I have 5 to the 1 to begin. Right? It is an exponent. So I'm going to look at this as if I had 5, which is my big number, but I'm going to go 1 minus a negative 2. Right? The top exponent minus the bottom exponent. So once again, subtract your exponents, but the top one minus the bottom one. How much is 1 minus a negative 2? Not negative, it's positive 3. So we get 5 to the 3. Because remember, 2 negative signs become a plus sign, so that's 5 to the third. And then obviously work it out. How much is 5 to the third? 125. So once again, today, we're going to do a subtraction, the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. Like, I know mine looks like a plus because minus a negative became a plus. Looking at question number 2, I'm going to go 6 is my big number. For my exponents, I'm going to go 2 minus a negative 1. Top one minus the bottom one. How much is 2 minus a negative 1? 3. So I have 6 to the third, which is what? Let's help you guys a little. Starts with a 2, ends with a 6. There's a third number in between. 216, yeah. Alright, 6 to the third, 6 times 6 times 6. Alright, 6 multiplied 3. Alright, so that's the first rule we're going to learn. And it's not that hard. Let me practice a little more with questions 3 and 4. For number 3, I have 2, and then on top I'm going to have an exponent 1 minus a negative 2. How much is 1 minus a negative 2? Positive 3. How much is 2 to the third? Less than that. 8. Alright, so not so bad, right? Question number 4 is going to be a little bit different. This is where we're going to introduce a new rule. This way I'm going to start it the same way. I'm going to go negative 2 minus 4. Right? Top one minus the bottom one. How much is negative 2 minus 4? Negative 6. Alright, so now we have a negative exponent. Alright, this is a new rule we're going to learn. I said we're going to cover 3 rules. Obviously, we saw the first rule. The second rule is, what happens when we have a negative exponent? For the moment, let me ignore it. Let me ignore the negative for a moment. How much is 5 to the 6? That one, let me pop a calculator in my case. Alright, 5 multiplied by 6 times. I get 15,625. So 5 to the 6. What did I say? 15,625? Alright. So once again, I ignored the negative sign. So write it down. 15,625. But now, let me come back to the negative sign. Because it's a negative sign, I'm going to make this a fraction. My answer, I'm going to make this a fraction, but I'm going to put a 1 on top. And my answer is going to go to the bottom of a fraction because it's a negative exponent. That's the other rule. Negative exponents, all they do, make it into a fraction and put the answer at the bottom. That's all they do. So my negative exponent goes to the bottom. So not that bad. We put it at the bottom. So we end up getting a negative exponent, we put it at the bottom. Alright, so that's not that bad. Let's take a look. Those give me positive exponents. Let me take a look at a third rule. Question number 7. And if I don't see an exponent, I'm assuming it's a 1. So to work this, I'm going to go, my base is 3, and I'm going to go 1 minus 1. So I'm going the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. How much is 1 minus 1? 0. So I have 3 to the 0. Alright, so remember, negative exponents made a fraction, put it at the bottom. Now, 0 exponent. 0 is a very, very important exponent. This is one of the most important. 0 exponent, what it means is, it doesn't matter which number you get, any number to the 0 power will always be equal to 1. Anything to the 0, it's always 1. That's why 0 is a very important exponent. Because I don't care what is the base, as long as the exponent is 0, my answer is 1. So anything to the 0 is 1. So that is the third rule. Right, I showed you guys the first one, we subtract the exponents. The second one, negative exponents, what do they do? A fraction. Now 0 exponent. That's the third rule. I told you guys we're going to cover 3 rules. So if I look at number 8, that's one of the rules that we know. My big number is a 2. Let me wait for this. Guess I'll do it without that. So my big number is a 2. I'm just going to go my exponents. I'm going to go 4 minus a negative 4. How much is 4 minus a negative 4? Positive 8. So I have to go 2 to the 8. That one, let me work it out. If you guys don't have a calculator, I strongly recommend you guys get one. Let me find out. I'm going to go 2 to the 8. And I get 256. So that's pretty much it. Any questions?